This is the expository section before Cobb makes Ariadne realize that they are in her dream. The background music is intense and progressive, which sets the stage for something unpredictable to happen. Eventually, the music fades and off screen sounds such as people walking and talking are heard, which portrays the setting. The employment of short reverse shot captures the conversation over each character's shoulder, which makes it easy for the audience to follow and immerse in their conversation. This is further facilitated by the sharp and focused visuals of Cobb and Ariadne as compared to their blurry background. Their table is the only one in the cafe with a tablecloth, which symbolizes their realness. Ariadne is shown in the natural lighting, which conveys that her ideas of Inception are interesting and accepting. In contrast, Cobb's side of the frame is darker, implying that his feelings towards Inception are destructive.
The overall mood shifts from curiosity to alarm, which is emphasized by the louder off screen noises and conversations. The camera starts to shake, and the close up shot of the coffee cup conveys that the ground is shaking, which highlights the instability of the dream. There's a jump cut to a newspaper stand exploding. The sudden change adds to the tension of the scene. In the wide shot, the stands in the French street start to explode one by one. These explosions convey the surrealistic feeling of dreaming, because immediately after the explosion, the debris are falling in slow motion. This contrast emphasizes the sensation of time when one is dreaming. Once Ariadne realizes that she triggered the chaos, the cafe behind her explodes. The camera follows her line of sight. As her eyes look up, the camera cuts to the walls of the tall buildings exploding. As she looks down, the camera shows the brick street erupting. A ringing noise overpowers the sound effects of smashing glass and tableware. As it reaches its maximum, the words of Ariadne are drowned out by the noise. Overall, as Ariadne obtains more knowledge about Inceptions, the brighter and louder things seem to be around her.
Inception uses cinematography, music, and setting to separate the workshop from the Parisian cafe, while weaving in elements of film that maintain enough continuity for narrative coherence. The transition happens incredibly abruptly, as Nolan's smash cuts back into the workshop, focusing on Ariadne's confused eyes. The setting becomes bare and sparse, the bright colors of the cafe replaced with grey and brown tones. The establishing shot is wide, the characters reduced in size compared to the extreme close-ups of the dreamscape, furthering us from them. Collectively, these elements separate the workshop from the cafe, reinforcing the difference between dreams and reality for an audience that was just introduced to the concept, and re-establishing a far less idyllic world, while also conveying Ariadne's confusion.
This section of the scene largely focuses on exploration of the dream space created by Ariadne. While conversing about how the dream world operates, the background is mainly filled with diegetic sounds, such as sounds made by the light breathed footsteps and moving vehicles. These sounds, synchronized with the background movement, are presented to convey the ordinary nature of the dream space, which will of course change when the laws of physics are tampered with. For this portion of the scene specifically, the non-existence of such drama is complemented by the absence of non-diegetic sounds. Since Cobb and Ariadne are having this conversation while walking, the camera seems to be in constant movement alongside them. The camera's motion, which is in harmony with Cobb and Ariadne's movement, prompts us to look at the environment in their perspective and experience the dream space along with them. The camera also shifts between focusing on the actors and focusing on the environment, pushing us to look around as well as keep our engagement with the conversation.
As Cobb and Ariane walk further from the cafe, she starts questioning the changes in the more fundamental concepts of the dream, like its physics. As soon as he mentions it, the city starts folding on itself, creating an illusion of gravity that shapes it like a fantastical cube. The use of sound on this scene is very particular. With the folding also begins this sound of force metal that smoothly blends into a new violin soundtrack that creates a mysterious atmosphere to the scene. 8 months of effort that took to make the visual effects of this scene were responsible for creating a true masterpiece. With the use of lighting, as the city folds, the shadows increase and change in place, almost as the sun was being covered by it. This, combined with a very aesthetic pleasing symmetry of the buildings, creates a feeling of reality to one of the most unreal scenes of the movie.